A young girl named Aisha lived in a small village. Her life was simple, helping her mother, studying when she could, and dreaming of something bigger. But deep down, she felt like her life was stuck in the same routine. One day, a traveling teacher visited her school. He spoke about chasing dreams and changing your future through knowledge. Aisha's heart lit up. She wanted more than just an ordinary life. Aisha told her family she wanted to continue her studies in the city. But her father said, "Girls don't need so much education." Tears filled her eyes, but her determination grew stronger. Every night, Aisha studied secretly under a dim lantern. Her friends laughed at her dreams. Her father scolded her, but she refused to give up. Loneliness became her biggest challenge. Intermission. This is getting emotional, right? If you're still watching, take a quick moment to like and subscribe it. Keep stories like this alive. Now, let's see what happens next in Aisha's journey. Her grandmother noticed her silent struggle. She secretly gave Aisha some money, whispering, "Don't stop, my child. One day, your light will guide others." With her grandmother's help, Aisha applied for a scholarship. She got accepted into a city school. The moment she received the letter, she felt years of struggle melt into hope. Years later, Aisha returned to her village not as a dreamer, but as a teacher. The same people who once doubted her now sent their daughters to learn from her. She had become the change she once dreamed of. And the lesson. Dreams may be difficult, but with courage and persistence, even the smallest light can brighten the darkest path. Welcome to Golden Storytime. Today, I'm sharing a powerful story. Stay with me till the end, because the lesson will touch your heart. Once upon a time, in a little village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, there lived an extraordinary girl named Amara. Now, Amara wasn't like the other girls in her village. While they dreamed of getting married and settling down, Amara's dreams soared high above the horizon. She longed to break free from the confines of her village and see the world. But her greatest desire was to become a pilot, soaring through the skies in a magnificent airplane. However, her family and the villagers had different plans for her. They wanted her to follow the age-old traditions, marry a local boy, and live a simple life. Day after day, Amara would sit by the river, watching the birds glide effortlessly through the air. She would gaze up at the clouds, imagining them as cotton candy castles and fantastical creatures. And whenever a plane flew overhead, she would stand up, wave her arms and shout, "That's my dream, to fly in the sky and touch those clouds." One day, an elderly woman who was Amara's grandmother noticed her granddaughter's longing gaze. She asked Amara why she was always staring at the planes in the sky. Amara poured her heart out to her grandmother, confessing her dream of becoming a pilot. Upon hearing this, her grandmother smiled knowingly. "My dear Amara," she said, "your dream is extraordinary, just like you. Don't let anyone extinguish the fire within you. With hard work and determination, you can achieve anything you set your mind to." Amara's grandmother then took her to an old trunk filled with her late husband's belongings. Inside, she found a leather-bound journal. "This was your grandfather's diary," the grandmother explained. He, too, had big dreams, but life took him on a different path. As Amara read her grandfather's diary, she learned about his unfulfilled aspirations of becoming an engineer. His pages were filled with sketches of machines and notes about his inventions. Moved by her grandfather's story, Amara realized that her dream of becoming a pilot wasn't just a fantasy. It was a legacy, a continuation of her family's spirit of innovation and adventure. From that moment on, Amara worked tirelessly to make her dream come true. She studied hard, saving every penny to buy books on aviation and flying lessons. The villagers, however, scoffed at her efforts. "Why waste your time and money on such foolish dreams? You'll never become a pilot," they said. But Amara paid no heed to their taunts. She knew that her dream was worth fighting for. One day, Amara's father found out that she had been secretly taking flying lessons. Enraged, he confronted her, saying, "How dare you defy us? You are not allowed to take flying lessons. You will marry Rajiv, and that's final." However, Amara stood firm, refusing to back down. For the first time, her father saw a strength in Amara that he had never noticed before. Realizing that he couldn't break her spirit, he reluctantly agreed to let her continue her flying lessons, but only if she promised to marry Rajiv after becoming a pilot. Amara, desperate to pursue her dream, agreed to these terms. Now, finally, able to focus on her dream, Amara excelled in her flying lessons. She learned about aerodynamics, meteorology, and navigation. She practiced takeoffs, landings, and emergency procedures until they became second nature to her. Finally, the day arrived when Amara was ready to take her final flying test. She put on her crisp new uniform, climbed into the cockpit and taxied onto the runway. Her heart pounded in her chest as the plane roared to life. Taking a deep breath, she lined up with the runway and soared into the sky. As Amara circled the airfield, she felt an overwhelming sense of freedom and accomplishment. Below her, the world looked like a patchwork quilt, and the wind whispered secrets in her ears. When she landed, the examiner's smile told her that she had passed. Overjoyed, she ran to her grandmother, who was waiting at the edge of the runway. "I did it, Nana," she exclaimed, hugging her tightly. "I'm a pilot." Her grandmother, beaming with pride, replied, "I knew you could do it, my dear. Your hard work and determination have paid off." News of Amara's success spread like wildfire through the village. The villagers, who had once mocked her, now congratulated her, showering her with praise and admiration. Yet, amidst all the celebrations, Amara's thoughts went back to her grandfather. She wondered what he would have thought about her becoming a pilot. That's when she decided to honor her grandfather's memory by starting an academy for underprivileged girls who also had big dreams. With the support of her grandmother and the villagers, Amara's academy became a reality. Soon, it was turning into a hub of activity where young girls learned about aviation, mechanics, and engineering. Years went by, and Amara's legacy grew. She trained hundreds of girls who went on to become pilots, engineers, and scientists. The little village, which had once been a symbol of tradition and conformity, transformed into a hub of innovation and opportunity. Amara's story inspired people far and wide, showing them that with courage, determination, and unwavering support, even the most audacious dreams could take flight. And that's all for today's Golden Story Time. Did you like this story? Let me know in the comments section below. And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for more delightful stories. Now, let's move on to the golden nuggets. Remember, you are amazing. Don't ever forget that.